I just got off from work and I'm ready to clock in for my next shift. Me. I won't name my current job, not now, maybe not ever, because this isn't about where I work. It's about what happens after the clock out. There's a thought process that's been sitting with me for a long time, and lately it's been getting louder. It's a sobering realization to finish your workday only to discover that you have nothing left. No energy, no margin, no buffer, nothing. The energy you were supposed to use for your actual life, gone. The dishes, the laundry, the small repairs that quietly pile up in your space starts feeling like it's working against you instead of for you. All of that requires energy, not motivation, energy. And then there's food. Everyone loves to say just cook more, eat healthier, be more responsible. But nobody talks about how cooking isn't just an action, it's a sequence. You need mental clarity, physical energy, planning, patience, cleanup tolerance. When you're already depleted, the idea of chopping, seasoning, timing, and cleaning doesn't feel virtuous. It feels impossible. So convenience wins, again. And we haven't even touched social life yet. Because apparently, on top of surviving the workday and maintaining a home, we're also supposed to nurture friendships, show up emotionally, be present, be interesting, and somehow still have a personality left, all while pretending we're not exhausted. And then there's sleep. Good old sleep. That thing that every expert agrees is essential. The foundation of mental health, physical recovery, emotional regulation, focus, memory, mood, basically everything. We're told we need it, but we live in systems that quietly steal it. Early mornings, late nights, screens, stress, commutes, obligations that don't care how tired you are. So, what happens in this strange loop? You're tired because you don't sleep enough. You don't sleep enough because you're overwhelmed. You're overwhelmed because you don't have enough energy. And you don't have enough energy because you're what? Tired. And somewhere in that loop, people start blaming themselves. They call it laziness. They call it lack of discipline. They tell themselves they just need to push harder. But here's the uncomfortable question no one likes to ask. What if the problem isn't you? What if the issue is that modern life quietly assumes you have more energy than you actually do? Energy isn't infinite. It's not a moral trait. It's not a personality flaw when it runs out. It's a biological resource. And most systems are designed to extract it, not protect it. Work takes your best hours. Stress taxes your nervous system. Decision making drains you. Constant stimulation fragments your attention. By the time you're free, you're not free, you're spent. And then we expect ourselves to build a better life from the leftovers. That's the part that doesn't make sense. Because when people talk about self-improvement, they talk about habits. They talk about routines. They talk about willpower. But almost nobody talks about energy economics. What costs energy? What restores it? What leaks it? What silently drains it without permission? We plan our money, we budget our time, but we rarely audit our energy. And yet, energy is the thing everything else depends on. If you don't have it, healthy eating feels like a chore. Exercise feels like punishment. Socializing feels like work. Growth feels heavy instead of exciting. So maybe the real question isn't how do I do more? Maybe it's why does doing the basics already feel like too much? That question isn't weakness, it's awareness. And awareness is usually the first sign that something needs to change. Not overnight, not dramatically, but deliberately. Because clocking out of work shouldn't mean clocking out of your life. And if it does, that's worth paying attention to. Please understand, this isn't a solution video. I'm figuring this out in real time right alongside you. This is more of a noticing video. That's interesting, note taking type of video. How can you change what you first don't understand or notice?